Hello, welcome to Petite Universe. In the previous lesson, we successfully installed and tested that CodeBlocks is working properly. In this lesson, we will be decomposing a standard program, which just outputs a simple phrase to the console saying hello world. So let's start. As you can see, the program starts with an include EO stream. This means that it includes the input-output stream, a standard library for outputting and inputting characters into the program. By using namespace std, we will leave this for another lesson, because this is a whole new topic to discuss. Therefore, we can comment it out by using double slashes. And there you have it. This will be ignored by the compiler. Next line is int main. This is the main function for which the compiler is looking. The int, it's the type of the function, the type which it will return. We will be discussing different types in C++ in our next lesson. The brackets stand for from where to when to execute the program by the compiler. So this is the start of the program and this is the end. The next line says cout hello world handle. This means cout, it means character output. So you just say character output hello world and end line, meaning end line is just like pressing an enter. The next phrase which will you print to the console will start from a new line. The current program will not work as we commented out using namespace std. I will demonstrate what will it do. This will build and run the program. As you can see, it says error cout was not declared in this scope, meaning that the compiler does not know what a cout means. In order for you to print out hello world to the console, you will need to write std followed by the 2 colons. This means that compiler should look for the cout object in the std namespace. Therefore, you're writing std, meaning that you entered the namespace, and look for cout. Std stands for standard. The same thing you need to do for handle, because they're in the same namespace. Therefore, you should write std. Next line states return 0. In C++ and other programs, this means a successful execution. Therefore, we can save the program by pressing Ctrl S and press build and run. And as you can see, we successfully built and run our program, and it says hello world. Press enter to exit the console. The next operator, the same way as you output the console, it can receive our input from the user. So there is another object, such as std cin, meaning character input. You just write std followed by 2 colons and arrows pointed to the right side. In order for you to enter a character, we'll need a temporary variable which will hold the character which you entered from the console. For this, we can use a char type. And for example, let's name the variable such as alphabet letter. Let's just say alphabet, and followed by semicolon. The semicolon says for the compiler that this is the end of what you want to do, of your instruction. So let's enter your favorite alphabet letter. For this, we will use the cin operator. So let's enter the variable which will hold your alphabet letter, which is called alphabet. And don't forget the semicolon. After, we can use this already known cout object in order to print to the console your favorite alphabet letter. Therefore, let's print it, saying std cout double arrows to the left, and the variable which holds your favorite alphabet letter, which is alphabet. But just before running the program, let's print out to the console for the user a question asking what's his favorite alphabet letter in order for him to know when to do an input into the console by saying std cout is your favorite alphabet letter and following semicolon. Now we can compile and run the program. As you can see, it says hello world, what is your favorite alphabet letter? And it's waiting for an input from the user. So let's say my favorite alphabet letter is W. You press W and then you enter it by pressing enter. And as you can see, it prints out a W character to the console. Let's try something else. Press enter to continue. As you can see, I didn't add the std end line. Therefore, I had to enter the letter just right after the question. Let's see that again. Build run, favorite letter W. As you can see, I entered the letter just right after the question. Let's close this program. And let's add std end line and see what happens. Build run. Oh, forgot the arrows. Ctrl S, build and run. And as you can see, it says hello world, what is your favorite alphabet letter? And it starts from a new line, just like you pressed enter. So let's enter W. And the letter goes right after the question with starting from a new line. Press enter, it will print your favorite letter, which is W. Also other ways to print to the console by using other objects such as character arrow and clog, which stands for character log. Those three objects print to the console a phrase which you want to print, but they do it in a slightly different manner. But you can use it for printing to the consoles errors or logs. By using these objects, it will be easier for you to locate error and logs in your code, because sometimes you can have a really big project and it will be harder for you to locate different type of phrases by using the cout, where you can use character error for you to easier locate your error log, error messages in your code. It will print out the same way as cout. Let's see that. std error. Let's say this is an error message. And the same thing goes for the character log, saying this is logging info, semicolon. Let's build and run. As you can see, it says this is an error message. We have a collision here, and this logging info. We have this collision because we didn't add a separator which will start the message from a new line. Therefore, add an std handle to the end of your character error message in order for the this is logging info to be printed from a new line. As you can see, it prints this is logging info from a new line. In the next lesson, we will discuss what does char means and other variable types, and what do they mean, what are the sizes of those types, and where they can be used. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.